Okay, hopefully you can hear me now. And now this just stopped going. Okay. Okay, that was a test and it failed. But hopefully now everything is going okay. Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mobile Weekly / Mobile Q&A. We go over all latest news that happened during the week of mobile and tech, answer your questions live. If you have a question you want to ask, just ask it in the comment section down below and I will answer it before the end of the show. Now, please let me know if everything in the audio sync is now better. I did fine tune it since last week, so hopefully with my new laptop it is okay and everything is working accordingly. But let me know just so I can rest assured that we are all good there. Other than that, let's get to some of the news, which we do have a good amount of. All right, so the first big news is definitely going to be about the Pixel 8. First of all, these are the first images we're getting from it, and it's from a video that was leaked from Google's PR team. But this is the big highlight of this video, is that it has something called Audio Magic Eraser. Google is really getting amazing when it comes to AI technology in all of its different assets to help, to the point where it's helping so much that editors have to do less and less and less, which is really a cool factor. I attribute this to in my editing when I do videos on Resolve, DaVinci Resolve. The noise removal is so good now that like I don't care what's around me, it's going to remove it. Like it's just so good. If only it was always that good, because man, it's just very impressive. Um, Audio is just a little off. Okay, good to know. I will try to fix it. But yeah, at least it should be much better than last week. Now I shouldn't tinker with it right now. Okay, but so this is one thing that is going to be a difference. And essentially what it is, this video is kind of identifying sounds and then removing the noise. So this is really kind of awesome, just because it literally will remove the background noise, all of the different noise that's going on, and it's just really cool for that purpose. So let me know what you guys think, but I think this is a really cool thing that we are seeing here, just to get bad noise out on phone without needing to edit it. I think this is really cool, especially for me that I go to conventions a lot, and conventions are notoriously the worst place you can record noise. It's just like, it's always noisy. You're never going to get a good thing. But I can't wait to go to a convention after this phone comes out, test it out, and really see what it can do. Very curious to see how that goes. But this is probably one of the most excited things I'm just like anticipating for this phone now. And yeah, it's the Pixel 8. So let me know what you guys think about this feature. Because I think, others have tried to do it on phone, but not to a great degree from what I've seen at least. So very happy to have this be much better. All right, then we have some big headphone updates. So this is the first of two. And this one's a pretty big one because it's the Bose Quiet Comfort. Now we're hearing that both the Bose Quiet Comfort 45s as well as possibly even their earbuds are going to be updated soon. And now we have our first leaked image of it. And this is a big departure from what Bose used to do in terms of their look. It is much more of a Sony-esque, I will say, look to the design, which I'm happy about. I really like this. I've never been a fan too much of the golden kind of color. Let me know if you guys are, or do you guys prefer black or color? I remember one year Sony came out with these green ones that were just absolutely amazing, and I fell in love with them. Unfortunately, we haven't had them since. So yeah, I've stuck to like blue or black for the most part. But yeah, I would love to get like a green or a teal set of headphones. We'll see what other colors they come out in, but this was one that I was really happy with that style and look of it. So we'll see. The downside is that we're having a rumor that it's going to be up to $400. So that is a bit of a downside, of course, because I would like to see these closer to 300 to 350. But you know, I'm assuming they're going to probably keep the 35s around so that those will stay out, and these will be the higher versions. That's what they've done in the past, and Sony's done in the past as well. And they've done a very good job of kind of capitalizing on their older models, even when their newer ones came out. All right, but as cool as the Bose update is, this is the one I am so excited for. Now, most people know that Jabra is my preferred set of headphones. I test out a lot of headphones. I've been pretty happy, honestly, with the Beats Studio Plus. I haven't done a video on them, but I've been very happy with those. They have been really good. The noise canceling for a phone call is really good at that one. But there is one thing that Jabra has always had over every other headphone on the market, and that is without going into the app. That's very key. Without going into the app, they're one of the only set of earbuds or headphones that you can pair to two different devices, no matter the brand. And that is rare. Typically, you have to go into the app to turn on a setting to be able to do that. Now, you can do it thereafter with like Soundcore, really good at that for most of their models, not all of them, but most of their models have that ability to pair to two different devices. Doesn't matter the brand. It could be Apple, Android, laptop, MacBook, Chromebook, whatever you have, you can pair two different devices to it. Jabra just does it to two devices without needing any app whatsoever, and I love them for that. It's one thing that you could take for granted, and it's really great that just when I'm always able to turn on a device and suddenly everything is set. Like it's really a great feature just to be like, oh, I bust out my tablet, but my phone's still connected to them. And then when I get a call, the tablet pauses and my phone takes over. So it's like I love those abilities, and it's something that I'm very excited for. Jabra finally doing an update. Now, from what we hear, they're going to be doing a Elite 10 and a 8 Active. So the last big update from them was the Elite 7 Pro, but it looks like they're going to pull, you know, a Note or a Apple and kind of skip some numbers and just get to the 10, the big 10 for it. Which, fine, I'm totally okay with that. Doesn't really matter, it's just a name. I'm just very curious on what we're going to be getting in terms of audio quality. It's supposed to be hybrid active noise canceling, which is more, you know, up to date now, I would say. So totally fine with that. But yeah, just very curious to what you guys think. Also, it's going to be one of the first charging cases that's IP rated. So it's going to be IP54. So that's pretty cool. Like I'm very excited for that. It's supposed to also have Dolby Atmos support. So kind of like, you know, surround spatial audio, which we've seen with other brands. Sony does it really good. And actually, one brand just outdid everyone. Apple, everyone. They outdid it, and it's a sponsored video, but it's coming soon, and one brand just owned spatial audio when it comes to a speaker. It's the first time I'm actually excited for it to see this technology get better and better as we get to headphones. And Dolby Atmos is one of the best. However, I have been, you know, not as excited on Dolby Atmos on smartphones, so we'll see how this project turns out. But again, I love Jabra. They're some of the best audio balance in terms of having good audio. The best fitted earbuds I've ever used in my life have still been Jabra. They just always do well. So I'm really excited for this one. This one is just, yeah, I'm very excited to see it. I will buy these myself when they come out, just because these are ones that are worth buying for me. All right. And then we have some other things which are pretty cool. First off, is Android might have a really cool feature coming, one that I never thought we would actually get outside of Google Voice, which is you can actually be switching calls between phones, which is very interesting dynamic. So basically, if you have two Androids signed onto the same account in Android 14 when it comes out, this is probably one of the best features of Android 14 I have yet heard of. It's going to be able to kind of like, oh, okay, I picked it up on this one, but I need to use this phone. Switch the call to this phone, and now these phones are connected through the account, so then it's going to switch it to this line. Very interested to see how this entire technology works. It's fascinating because I get that we're using more less and less phone lines and more over the internet calls, but the changing of a phone to another phone is very curious because of the phone lines. But again, maybe that might not be a factor with so much voice over internet. But I really love that the idea behind this. Very curious to see how it works. Let me know what you guys think. This is a really interesting thing to really go moving forward. However, it is great that obviously that they're finally linking their devices, so your phone, your tablet will be more easily synced. And Nearby Share on Windows is in beta right now. I am currently testing it. Oh my god, where has this been forever? Because this is essentially exactly AirDrop for Android and Windows. Like, I will do a video on this one in the next coming weeks. It's still in beta, so no, I haven't had any issues. It's worked perfectly fine for me, but just know that going in that it is in beta, so might not be perfect. All right. And oh yeah, sorry. This was just how the person who did it and kind of showed that you will have call switching and internet sharing, which internet sharing is pretty simple. You're going to share the internet with say like a tablet very easily. All for that. All right. In other news, we are getting some bad things in the streaming wars, and that is Disney is raising their prices, and is this is the part that hurts the most, cracking down on account sharing. Unfortunately, people did not get the message on Netflix on what we were supposed to do, so now it looks like password sharing could go away, like the whole ecosystem of password sharing. And it affects me personally because I give my passwords to my family, my mom and my brother, so that their home can use it. Even with HBO Max or Max now, I shared with two other people. So we each put in. It was originally $5 each. Now it's more, but like, that is something that is definitely something to think about. Like, oh, this is all affecting us this way. So that really sucks that another manufacturer is doing this. And it's because when Netflix did it, more subscribers. So people were like, oh, or sorry, companies more out, rather, were like, oh, well, isn't that great? So now we can just, stop password sharing and we just get more subscribers. It was a bad message, and unfortunately, I hope Netflix gets unsubscribed more and more over the next month, so that other streamers won't start to go this route. Because as of right now, that's what it looks like it's going to happen. It looks like they're going to start to go that route, and it would suck for the majority of people because account sharing is something. Now you can account share for like I think it's like I forget what it is. It's like something like $3 or $5 to add a second home to it, so that way that second home will be able to have it. But people argue, well, should I just have my own Netflix account at that point? It's a possibility. That's just something that is an addition that you would have to pay. I want to say it's $5. I think it was $3 overseas, but when it came here, it was to be $5. But if anyone knows, let me know in the comment section. How much is it to add another home to Netflix now that they did this change? All right, and then I think AI gets a bad rep. It just had a huge thing. I know for books that like all of these novels were uploaded into an AI database without consent or anything like that. So there is some bad things about AI. It's cool though when you get to see some AI working for better purposes. And I think in science, AI is going to be it will allow us to move as forward as something like penicillin did. I truly do believe that. Like when it comes to medical stuff and like what's called folding proteins and all of these kind of things like that, AI should in fact help us a huge degree in the future for that purpose. Um, Again, a lot of people could be put out of bit. I've never said it that wasn't a possibility because of all this AI stuff. I have seen a lot of companies go towards AI. I've seen a lot of jobs listings for AI. So the thing that I will say is that certain instances, it's a tool. It's like a calculator. It's like the internet. It could be used for glorious research, and it could be used for a lot of bad stuff on the internet. So you can do both. But one really cool thing is this, which is California has deployed AI to better detect the spread and how spreads will happen of fires. And because this is a big deal, like this is something that in my state that I am really like, yes, please. Any way we can minimize this would be great. And minimize the damage to it. It was sucky because literally last year, was it last year? It was last year. Last year we went on a Hawaiian cruise, and the part we visited in Maui is burned. It's no longer there, and it was such like a cool little small town area that was so awesome by the beach, and unfortunately because of wildfires, it burned down. So it sucks when it happens, and like this is kind of a positive form of AI, which again I don't think there's that much ever talk about. So I did want to point this one out because I think this is a positive for that. All right, let's get to your questions. Again, if you have any questions you want to ask, just ask it in the comments section down below, and I will answer before the end of the show. I think all the audio sounds good now from what everyone's saying. I get it's a little bit off, so I will tweak it a little bit more. Right now, I have it at about 100 milliseconds delay, so that is the difference. So yeah, so let's go ahead and check it out. By the way, if you guys haven't checked out, we did our first videos on the Fold 5 and Flip 5 earlier this week, the unboxings and my first impressions, also comparing it to the Fold 4, the Pixel Fold, and the Razer Plus. And for the Galaxy Watch 6, comparing it... Oh, that bezel, by the way. I don't know if you really hear that, but oh, that sound. Having that again is so awesome. I will say, as of right now, in the honeymoon phase, 2 days, barely, but it is 2 days. That makes me feel a lot better and about keeping it for that reason. But the bands that come with it absolutely suck. I talk about it in the video. Definitely get other bands because the bands that they gave me for free and discounted were garbage. Or no, sorry, they were both free. But they gave me the wrong band first of all, and then yeah, so it's a whole thing. I'm actually probably not going to keep any of these specific versions because. So one person asked me about this, and I explained it to someone. So it's actually better to wait a day before doing your order for Samsung. Here's why. The when the pre-orders go live, your $50 credit or $100 credit or whatever Samsung usually gives you for doing the reserve before the pre-order is not yet in the system. So what that tends to mean is that you actually do not get the discount that you would actually get. That's pretty much a big deal, right? Because you're like, hey, well, I want my discount. So what's up? Like, it's a very, yeah, I don't like it. But it's something that I've noticed for the past few years. So I did this full order and I tried it again after the $50 reservation and on my student account because I didn't do my student account when I bought it, and it saved me about, it was something like along the lines of I think 80 or 90 bucks by having a student account and then my $50 reserve for it. So I also changed the phone that I was going to give. Originally, I was going to trade in my Pixel 8 Pro, which would have gave me $600, or sorry, Pixel 7 Pro, which would have gave me $600. However, I decided against that and instead I am gonna be turning in my Fold 4. So I'll be doing that instead, and I'll probably be returning all these Samsung products because I don't need them. Although I will say, Samsung. I hate this factor because it's really good. It's really good. I talked about this case and how it was my favorite feature of the Fold 5. This pen for the Fold 5 is the best reason to get a Fold 5. Like, this is the best reason. The pen is so awesome, and this case is so thin. It doesn't pop out, it doesn't protrude. It can go on any wireless charger, it can go on any car mount, which was not true with the Fold 4. And so that really upsets me because that is the biggest issue that I have with this one. Yeah, it's something that, like, ugh, like, if they made this case for the Fold 4, there would be no reason for anyone to get the Fold 5. Like, none. But I will say that because they don't make it, if you are an S Pen user, the Fold 5 is worth it. And that sucks so much because it's an accessory that they could make. They could make, but they did change the case orientation. So this case and these cases cannot work. Kind of sucks. All right. Let's see. Now the fold flip phones are over. The phones coming out on the A series phones. Oh, for Samsung? No. So they're gonna have new tablets coming out, but the A series comes out. No, the A series comes out typically in like March, April. Typically, I want to say April, Mayish area. Whenever, let me see. I think I did that video sort of early on, but the Galaxy A54. Yeah, so that was April 26th. So I want to say it came out early April. That phone, the A54. I don't know if they ever released the A74. That one is a possibility of coming out, but nothing else in that vein. All right. Let's see. Do you believe Netflix numbers are being held up because of free subscriptions from T-Mobile? I do believe that is a possibility. That obviously, I mean, that's a lot of streaming services, right? A lot of streaming services are getting padded by carriers right now. Netflix is a pretty interesting one because it doesn't have an expiration. So, as we're Paramount Plus with T-Mobile, you get for a year. Apple Music you get for like a year, I believe. So, like some of these services you only get for a year. Netflix is a permanent deal. As long as I have a T-Mobile line on that plan, as of right now, who knows if they ever want to change it, they can stop it. So that is something that it's difficult to see where that goes. But as of right now, that is the deal. So yeah, I do believe that it's someone held up by that. It's specifically because it doesn't expire like the other streaming services do. All right. Yeah, I'm all for you guys. Less fire, get less fires. That's the only reason I have Netflix is because of T-Mobile. Same. I was gonna cancel Netflix, and when I upgraded my plan, I took Netflix into account. I'm like, okay, right now I'm paying $10 for Netflix, so in actuality this would be $190 versus like I think I was paying $180. So I was like, yeah, I'll upgrade everyone to this new plan. It's a $10 more because I get Netflix for free. So sure, why not? Um, what are your thoughts on the Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra? I love my Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra, and I don't know if I could recommend anyone upgrade to the Tab S9 Ultra unless you really need a upgraded CPU and GPU that is only a year old. Like the other one has Snapdragon Gen 1. So this is Snapdragon Gen 2. It's like unless you need it and unless it's a better deal now, I doubt it. Let's see. Let's see. How much does each of these tablets cost? Um, depending on, of course, if you got a trade in. So who knows, right? All right, let's go ahead and see this right now. So let's go ahead and go for mobile. Let's just go for tablets. And so let's go for this one. And then let's go for this one. Okay, so if I want to buy, did I click the wrong one? Yeah, I did. All right. If I want to buy a Tab S8 Ultra, it has really not dropped in price. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. It's $100 less. Okay, yeah, I would wait for this to drop in price. Clearly, it has not dropped in price yet. And you can get more instant savings on this one. Get up to 732, whereas this one's giving you 650. So yeah, I would wait. They don't even have the deal anymore. They had the deal at launch where you got the 512 storage, but that deal is gone now because obviously the pre-orders have stopped. So possibly beforehand I would have recommended it, but as of right now, no, I can't. And actually, let me make sure. No coverage. Yeah, so it's $199 without trade-in. This one is $10.99. So even at $100, I would argue, is it worth it for you to get the newest model? Because all they have is they had a better wide-angle camera lens on the rear camera, and they upgraded the store. Yeah, they upgraded the processor. That was it. Like there was no other difference in it. So I will tell you, I absolutely love having this tablet. Like it is so awesome. Having that big of a screen is absolutely amazing. It is beautiful. Like there is not a shadow of a doubt every time I travel that I do not have the best tablet, the best screen to watch any media on. It's a 1440p, 120 hertz display, 14.6-inch display, AMOLED with a nits brightness of over 1,000. Like it's just like it's the best. It looks so good. Content looks amazing. It lasts about 13 hours, no problem, with playback. So yeah, I am happy. I've never been so happy with a tablet purchase. And I remember like when the Ultra was announced, and I had the Tab S7. I think it was the Plus at the time because they had only had a 12.4. When they announced the Ultra, I was like, I have to buy this. I have to because it's only going to give me a bigger display. It's super light, super thin. It's amazing. I would recommend this tablet to anyone that wants to have the best multimedia watching experience. However, there is going to be a Tab S8 a Tab S9 FE and a Tab S9 Plus FE. So depending on the pricing, it might be, which way to go, and depending on what you need. But overall, as of right now, especially because this one should go down to at least 1,000, if not less, I would say if this goes down to 1,000 or even $899, it's well worth it. All right, let's go ahead and see your guys' questions. Um, Hey, thanks, Quiet Storm, for posting the flip phone comparisons and also the Galaxy Watch video. I appreciate it. Why does my Galaxy S7 get so hot and dies very fast? Um, it. I mean, for one, if it's an original S7, it very well could be a depleted battery. So the battery could be maxed out, and the cell cycle could be cut off, and you probably need to get a replacement battery. Like that's for an S7. Yeah, it's probably the battery needs to be changed, and that can cause overheating, and it definitely can make it die a lot quicker. So yeah, that's off the top of my head. That's one thing I would immediately say. Hey Ricky, how are you tonight? Wish the Galaxy Watch Classic had a bigger battery. I think I'll have to skip this year. Maybe next year will be bigger. I hope so too. But like I said, I did say earlier. Right now, 2 days. Again, at the end of the 2 days, this is the end of my second day, mind you. and it's 8:30, I'm at 9%. So the second day, you are cutting it close at the end, but I do at least believe that I can always get 2-day battery life. We'll have to wait and see. I turned on all the sensors, all that thing is cranking out, so we'll have to wait and see. But I am happy that I at least get 2 days, which I was really going to be annoyed if I had to charge it every night. So I can say the processor on it is what I'm attributing it to. That the newer processor probably did help the battery life, and I am getting 2 days out of it so far. So far. All right. Ricky, anything on the upcoming S24 Ultra? By the way, I decided to keep the Watch 5 Pro and not upgrade because of the 6 battery. Um, so no word yet on the S24 Ultra. We know it's going to have the latest Snapdragon, of course, and all that stuff. But other than that, no news on it. Um, Still deciding between the S9 Ultra Tab and the Lenovo Tablet Extreme. Do you have an icebreaker? No, I don't. Um, the Lenovo Tablet Extreme was the dual tablet one, wasn't it? Or no? Oh no, it was just the upgrade one that I don't have yet here in the US, if I'm not mistaken, or I have not seen it for sale, or maybe it's directly you have to get it from Lenovo only. Um, yeah, I don't think it's available in my area yet. Let me see. At least when I looked it up on Lenovo's website, it was like no. Um, no, 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 no. Oh, wait a minute. For some reason, this had me in an entirely different country. Thanks, searching from Google, that it gave me a different country. Um, okay, wait. Let's see. Yeah, so it says available soon as of right now in my country, but not or in the U.S. So we'll have to wait till that changes. Really, I hate Lenovo. Like they put a big thing on it, like it's not ready yet, and kind of cover it up. No, unfortunately, I can't even see the website now, so it's rather annoying. But we'll have to wait when it comes out. I did like it at CES, so did like it for that purpose. But yeah, we'll see. All right. My Flip Five's posts to be delivered to my house by Friday. I'm just hoping they ship it tomorrow. Awesome. I can't wait for you to get it, and hopefully you do like it. What's your take on the Galaxy Fold 5? I mentioned it earlier, but the absolute best feature of this one is this pen. This S Pen case is the sole reason I would recommend anyone buy this phone, or else no one should buy this phone. Like the Fold 4 is the same phone basically to any way that matters. So no one should buy this phone. Is my personal opinion on it. I don't see why you in every shape and form, unless you have like a Fold 3 or a Fold 2, sure, but no one that has a Fold 4, definitely not. And to be quite honest, unless you really want the latest and greatest, not much of a reason to get it from the Fold 4 to or sorry, from the Fold 4 to the Fold 5. It just Samsung did not do enough, and yeah, they just did not do enough. They upgraded the hinge, which no day to day user cares about. That was influencers that cared about it from an aesthetic purpose. And to be quite honest, you're talking about Apple fans at that point, which you really should go for your actual audience that really cares about it if you want them to upgrade. And yeah, I don't think many people should upgrade to it. Unfortunately, that's my opinion. Um, did you start early? I started at 8. 8 is actually the normal time. I have just almost never been able to start at 8 because, taking care of kids, family stuff, and all that stuff kind of takes up my time. And today was my first day that, like, all the kids left early. So I was like, oh my God, I can actually start on time. So I actually, 7 o'clock, I was able to start setting up, and I was actually able to get done by 8 and ready to go. So very happy about that. So 8 o'clock is normal time. It's just I don't think we've hit that for a very long time. Thanks for answering. The S23 FE coming out. If so, will it have an SD card slot? No, it won't have an SD card slot. And I would say it might still be coming out, but no update on it since all the rumors. I think at this point, Samsung doesn't know if it's coming out. And this happened before, right? We've had it happen where the S series ended up having an FE towards the end of the year, and basically, like, I think the 21 or 22 didn't come out till, like, I think it was like December. Like, they missed Black Friday and everything. So hopefully they'll learn from that, but I don't know. Not sure. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah, I don't know at this point if there is one coming out. I think it's, the regime change happened at Samsung, so it's kind of maybe they don't want to have it come out. I got the Fold in the S Pen case. The case makes opening the phone easier. Interesting. I actually, for my Fold 4, I actually never had an issue because of the case that I had, which is this Incipio case. So the grip was always really good with this one. Never had any problems opening it. Um, I wouldn't say this is I mean, coming from both phones right here, for me, it's not necessarily better, but man, it's just. I have used this pen more than I ever use the Fold 4 pen in a week. Not even a week. In 5 days, I have used this pen almost every day. I never could say that. I don't think I used the S Pen on the Fold for a total of 5 days. This pen. So perfect. Like, I don't know if I'm ready to say that yet. If this pen is on the Fold 6 and the Fold 6 has better cameras, I don't know if I would need to have Samsung put the S Pen inside anymore. That's how good this pen is, and with this case. But it's the only case that anyone should buy. If you buy the Fold 5, I don't know if I could recommend another case. I don't. All right. Let's see. Anything else right now? All right. Well, you guys asked some more questions. I did want to show you guys two things. One thing I got to do at the Linus Tech Tips convention is I got to make my own screwdriver, and I made the official Android guy screwdriver. So this is really a cool one, and yeah, it literally made it myself. So it has like a white inside instead of like matching color with the inside, because again, these were just like a cool thing that we got to do while we were there. But yeah, I never really talked about the screwdriver too much, but it is, when I say it's the best screwdriver you'll ever have, I don't exaggerate on that. Like, Linus's screwdriver is really good. I think it's expensive still. I think it's like the full one, I think, is something like 60 or 70 bucks, I think, around there. So it's expensive, but like, man, this ability to like this to unscrew or screw in is just like so good. So good. Absolutely love it. Oh, and then they have a new one coming out that we got to get early, which was really cool. Stubby. And this one's a really cool one. Basically, you still get all your screws in there, and just love it. Wasn't an advertisement for LTT, but Linus, pay me for advertising for LTT. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to show you guys that I thought was pretty cool. I'm testing it out today, although I think that's why it froze in the beginning. So we'll see if I keep it. But I wanted to show you guys something pretty cool. And that is half the time I've been looking at the screen, it hasn't been my eyes. This is a really cool feature that Nvidia has made, and I wanted to show you guys and talk about it before I kind of show you guys the difference. And let me know in the comments if you want me to make a video on this. So, all right, right now I'm looking at the camera. Right now I am not looking at you guys, but it looks like I am. You guys are this way, right here. Right here. I'm looking over here. I'm looking over here. But AI is having my eyes stay on you guys. This is where I'm looking, and this is where the camera is. That is the difference. And I can show you these are not my eyes, because if I look up a little bit too far, it switches away. Not my eyes, my eyes. Not my eyes, my eyes. You can actually tell because I have a lighter brown eye, and it goes to a darker brown. But if you guys want to know how to do this, again, I'm not looking at the camera right now. I'm absolutely not looking at the camera right now. If you guys want to see a video on how to do this, let me know in the comment section. I thought it was a really cool concept, and it's the first time trying it out because I have a new GPU in here that can really do well with it. But yeah, I'm not looking at the camera right now. I'm like far away from looking at the camera right now. I'm looking this far off. This is my direction of eyesight right now. But it looks like I'm looking at you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments on this. I don't know if it's too weird. Like here, let me show you. Not my eye or my eyes. See that light brown? Not my eyes. My eyes, not my eyes. So yeah, let me know if you guys would want that. But it's a really cool feature, and a lot of people's laptops or desktops can do it. Not everyone's. If you don't have an Nvidia card in there, you can't. But it's just such a cool feature for business stuff and everything like that. And again, you can just see when I look, not looking at you. It's just a cool feature. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. All right. Um, let's see. I wish the S Pen works on the front screen. I do too. I definitely do. That is one thing that would make it better. But me and another influencer, we saw what was that movie we saw yesterday? Gran Turismo. Love the movie. Awesome movie. We were both. Oh dang it! I don't have my Pixel Fold is in my backpack. I almost don't ever use this closed. I don't. I almost always open this phone up. I probably would say 20% of the time I have this closed. So like for a quick email, quick text message, all that kind of stuff, sure. But other than that, I'm just opening this at all times. For the Pixel Fold, I would say 70 to 80% I had it closed. And then I opened it when I needed it. Just the different dynamic of the front screen, its usefulness, and its overall aesthetic. Yeah, I just for the Galaxy series, I find myself always opening it, whereas the Pixel series, I almost never did. All right. Did you enjoy SummerSlam? Yes, I did. It's so funny that people were upset about like the Jey Uso thing, and I was like, I mean, it's just of how it's gonna happen because he was never going to win. He was never going to win. I always believe that. But yeah, that's the whole thing. All right. Ooh, nice screwdriver. I saw someone wasn't able to get theirs because it didn't check it at the airport. Yeah, someone they didn't check it in at the airport, and you know the whole thing about the screwdriver is it has the bits built in, which is really cool. So you have what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So 12 bits on this one, and then 6 bits on this one to kind of use as you need to. So I really like that mechanic. Good weight to it as well. But yeah, it's a really cool one, and someone though I think because of the bits, they could not get it on board, so it really sucked. Do you have a smart thermostat? I went from a Nest to an Ecobee. I went from the same thing. So I loved my Nest. I was absolutely going to get a Nest thermostat again, to be quite honest. But then when Newegg decided to do my smart home at my new home, they partnered with Ecobee. So I was like, sure, I don't mind that. So went with Ecobee for the new house because I did leave my old Nest in my old house, sold it, altogether. But yeah, I was originally going to get Nest again. Do I see a difference? Really, not too much, to be honest. I think uh, Ecobee is a little bit more aggressive with their like Eco Plus feature than Nest was. Um, but yeah, I did actually just get new windows, so they all have soundproofing now, which I'm very excited about because my window is right behind. Um, by the way, that's always how you're supposed to do it. I know a lot of people didn't know that during the pandemic. That's why they went like this. They turned it around, and the window was always behind them, and you couldn't see them face. How you're supposed to do it is the window's supposed to be in front of you, so you get all the light on you when you're doing it. Sorry, just I talked to so many people about that. But soundproof windows now, so very happy with them. And I will say that since I've upgraded the windows in the house, which were not cheap, um, it is a purchase that I'm very happy with for the fact that now the sound, like the overall quality of my thermostat is like it stays the temperature. Windows, I truly do believe after experiencing this, are what let most of your temperature in or out because it makes sense, right? Walls have been insulated forever, but if you have old windows, you're probably letting a lot of heat in. And yeah, that's one thing that like definitely it was like a night and day difference. Like the thermostat goes on very rarely now at my house in comparison to what it did before. And like I'm able to keep it like at 76 for the most part now, whereas before I had it like at 73. I know it doesn't seem like a big difference, but it would turn on a lot more frequently because of that. Whereas now, like 76 is fine. Like I like, and it rarely turns on, but it's just that fact of like, yeah, it's a really cool experience. So, something I'm learning from. Um, uh, I wonder what kind of upgrade the 9 Ultra tablet coming out on the 8 Ultra tablet. Um, well, that's the thing. It's literally a wider camera upgrade. So the wider megapixel on the camera, I think, upgraded, and then the second thing is what was the second thing? Um, the second thing was the processor upgrade from a Gen 1 Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 to a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. That's the upgrade. Other than that, it is exactly the same. Same panel, same weight, same everything. I think they might have changed the back so that you would have to get another case because apparently that's Samsung's thing. I totally love a video over this. I want to see the video. Okay, cool, cool. Um, it would be cool if Samsung or somebody else would make the Fold 5 with pen casing for the Fold 4. That would be really cool. I think the only one that could do it at this point might be a 3D printer designer, but that would be really cool. I would love, 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 love to have this pen on my Fold 4. It would make me keep my Fold 4. Um, Imagine the kids saying they're listening with the AI eye trick. Oh yeah, for sure. Imagine you doing that for work. I think it's by design. Samsung means the front screen narrow. They want people opening the phone. You could say that, but I mean, it's been proven. Like, I don't know any influencer that I've talked to, um, because influencers are the only ones that I know that would buy the Pixel Fold because of the price, that isn't saying the same exact thing. The Pixel Fold has a way better front screen. Like, you can actually use it, and it's much more beneficial. And if Samsung doesn't change that on the Fold 6, you're going to see their sales drop because the biggest hindrance for the Pixel Fold. Sneak preview to my video on this phone, the Razr Plus. The biggest hindrance of the Pixel Fold is the processor. It is. I didn't think it would be such an issue, but man, that's going to be all about this phone because this $1,000 phone is so much faster going from one foldable to another than the Pixel Fold that it really annoyed me. So yeah, video's coming soon. All right. Samsung could make the same case for the Fold 4, but they won't because they cannibalize Fold 5 sales. Pure money grab from by Samsung. Absolutely, they're not going to do it. Do you have centralized air conditioning? Yes, I have centralized HVAC system, so heat and AC. Round of applesauce for air conditioning. I actually love it. It's an old movie, and you cannot get it on streaming because of the Weinstein Company. But Dogma, if anyone's ever seen that, I just love. A demon had a line. There is no sin, no thing sweeter in this life than centralized AC. And man, coming from when you're in 100+ degree weather, I always think of that line. I was like, there's no sin, nothing sweeter than centralized AC. And man, when it gets really hot, I am so with that. I'm looking at a cell phone holder mount for the Flip 5. Any recommendations? So I got this, or not this one. Where is my Flip 5? Oh, it's in my pocket. I got a MagSafe one for it, so I can attach MagSafe accessories for it and kickstands and all that kind of fun stuff. So I would actually use my MagSafe. I use MagSafe charger for this one, so it just like snaps on, and I do that for the car too. So I would use a MagSafe one. I use the one from iAudi, so that would be my recommendation for it. However, like they make iAudi actually, I still they're still my biggest one that I've never had an issue with them, so I think I've always still used them. But iAudi is just one brand that I love. Just because of the fact that I've never had an issue with them, and they've been really good. Like, just have never had any complaints about them at all. So I really like them. This is their MagSafe version, and this is their non-MagSafe version. So I'll put them both in the chat. I have owned both. The non-MagSafe version was the one I had for a long time, and then I got the MagSafe one. Just have it, and it wirelessly charges in your car too. So one of those is my recommendation. I love iAudi. I've never had any issues with them, and when a brand doesn't have any issues, when I haven't had any issues, I don't see a need to switch that often. Will Samsung bring ducks to the Flip? From what we're seeing, no. I mean, I thought it was gonna be, it was rumored to be and everything, but it looks like it has. It looks like I've seen some other people that said have been able to do video out, but not. I haven't gone that far into the Flip. Main phone, secondary phone. So I still need to go more into the Flip. I'm going to be doing that today, and I'm going to be doing how to improve the camera on both phones today, which there are some changes with that, and the new camera assistant app that's separate, that you have to download separately, is key. So yeah, we'll be going over that. All right. But other than that, guys, I'm going to be calling it a little bit early because I think I'll help out my family if I do, just for picking up my daughter and all that kind of stuff. I think we'll call it a little bit early today, but we will have a lot of videos coming out. Sorry, my contacts are bothering me. I'm definitely going to need to charge my glasses, and yes, it's funny that I do have to charge my glasses, but I'm going to probably be charging my glasses and my sound core, charging those and having those because my contacts are just bugging me today. All right. What other news do I have for you? The first weekend of September, Labor Day weekend, I will be out of town. That is kind of sucky for me specifically because it's my birthday weekend, but it's cool. I'll be traveling to Seattle. I'll be doing some photos and stuff like that at PAX West, and also invited to Nintendo Live, which is going to be like an event they have there. So I'll get to see what kind of fun stuff is around there. But I'll be gone between August 31st to September 4th, which is Labor Day. So I will have no Mobile Weekly on September 3rd. I do not know yet about in 2 weeks actually, because I'm gonna do a little weekend getaway with the wife in 2 weeks. So I will let you know next week if we will have an episode on the 27th. But the good news is we're gonna have a lot of content coming out during that time. I have videos waiting for approval right now that will come out with some videos, and then some other videos will just be coming out a lot on the Flip 5, Fold 5, Sony products, Razer Plus, so a lot of different brand stuff coming out. And if you guys want to see my take on anything, let me know because I'm getting more stuff, but like things like this, like the eye tracker thing, is something that's very interesting that I could do a video on. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. All right, guys, thank you guys for watching so much. I appreciate it. I will catch you guys next week. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Make sure to like the video before you leave. Thank you so much again for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below. Also, follow us on social media at YouTube.